Don't move. Don't breathe. If they find you here, they'll destroy you." Mia pressed her trembling hand against her mouth, her heart hammering so violently she was certain it would give her away. The closet door was barely an inch from her face. Through the crack, she could see the glittering crowd, champagne glasses clinking, diamonds catching the chandelier light, laughter that sounded more like weapons than joy. She wasn't supposed to be here. She was just the maid. And now she was trapped. "Hey, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'm absolutely thrilled you clicked on this story, because what's about to unfold is going to shake you to your core. I have to ask though, where are you watching from right now? Comment down below. I love knowing where my global family is tuning in from. Are you cozy at home? On your lunch break? Let me know. And real talk, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe button right now. You're not going to want to miss what happens next in Alexander Harrington and Mia's story. Trust me, there are twists coming that will absolutely blow your mind. So buckle up, grab your favorite drink, and get ready to feel everything in this one. The Harrington estate was ablaze with wealth. Mia had worked there for 3 months, cleaning, serving, invisible. She knew the rules. Never speak unless spoken to. Never look them in the eye. Never, ever be seen. Tonight was the annual Harrington Gala. The richest families in the city gathered under crystal chandeliers, their laughter echoing through marble halls. Mia moved through the shadows in her crisp black uniform, carrying trays, clearing glasses, her eyes always downcast. More champagne. A woman in a diamond necklace snapped, not even glancing at her. Mia nodded silently, refilling the glass. She had learned early. To people like this, she wasn't a person. She was furniture. But there was one person who never treated her that way. The billionaire heir. 32 years old. Cold, calculated, untouchable. His steel-gray eyes could freeze a room. His presence commanded silence. He spoke rarely, but when he did, empires trembled. Mia had seen him exactly 7 times in 3 months. Each time, he looked at her. Not through her, but at her, like he saw something no one else did. It terrified her. Tonight, she caught his gaze across the ballroom. He stood near the grand staircase, surrounded by men in tuxedos and women dripping in jewels. But his eyes were locked on hers. Mia's breath caught. Then his mother appeared. Victoria Harrington, the matriarch, the queen of this empire. Her smile was polished. Her words were daggers. She leaned close to Alexander, whispering something.
His jaw tightened.
His gaze broke from Mia's. Victoria turned, her cold eyes landing directly on Mia. Mia's stomach dropped. She ducked into the hallway, heart racing. What did she say? What did she see? Mia hurried down the corridor, trying to steady her breathing. She wasn't supposed to wander. The staff quarters were downstairs. But the hallway was faster. Behind her, footsteps echoed. She glanced back. Victoria's assistant, a sharp-eyed woman named Clara, was following her.
Mia's pulse spiked.
She walked faster. "You there," Clara called. "Stop." Mia broke into a run.
She didn't know why.
She just knew. Whatever Victoria had whispered, whatever Clara wanted, it wasn't good. She turned a corner, then another. The grand estate was a labyrinth. She pushed through a heavy door and found herself in the private wing. The family wing.
Panic flooded her chest.
She wasn't allowed here. If they found her, there she is. Clara's voice rang out. Mia sprinted down the hall. Paintings of stern ancestors watched her flee. Her shoes slipped on the polished floor. She yanked open the nearest door. A bedroom. Massive. Dark wood furniture. The scent of expensive cologne. Alexander's room. She heard Clara's heels clicking closer. Mia dove into the walk-in closet, pulling the door almost shut, leaving just a crack to see through. She crouched behind a row of tailored suits, her hand clamped over her mouth, trying not to make a sound. Footsteps entered the room. "I saw her come in here," Clara said. Another voice, male, cold, responded. "Then find her." Mia's blood turned to ice. Alexander. Through the crack in the closet door, Mia watched as Alexander stood in the center of his bedroom, arms crossed, his expression unreadable. Clara searched the room, under the bed, behind the curtains in the bathroom. "She's not here, Mr. Harrington," Clara said, frustrated. "Keep looking," he ordered. Clara hesitated. "Sir, perhaps she went downstairs." "I said keep looking." His voice was ice. Mia's heart hammered. Her knees ached from crouching. Her lungs burned from holding her breath. Clara moved toward the closet. Mia squeezed her eyes shut. The door swung open. That's enough." Alexander's voice cut through the air like a blade. Clara froze. "Leave." "But sir." "Leave." Clara hesitated, then bowed her head. "Yes, sir." She left, closing the bedroom door behind her. Silence. Mia didn't move, didn't breathe. Then, slowly, the closet door opened fully. Alexander stood there, hands in his pockets, his gray eyes locked on hers. "Come out," he said quietly. Mia's entire body trembled. She stood on shaking legs, stepping out of the closet like a prisoner stepping into the light. She couldn't meet his eyes. "I'm sorry, Mr. Harrington. I didn't mean." "Why were you running?" His voice wasn't angry. It was curious. Mia swallowed hard. "Your mother. She looked at me. And Clara followed me. I didn't know what to do." Alexander tilted his head slightly. "You ran because my mother looked at you?" "She hates me," Mia whispered. "She hates everyone," Alexander replied flatly. Despite everything, Mia almost laughed. Almost. Alexander stepped closer. Too close. She could feel the heat radiating from him, the sharp scent of his cologne making her dizzy. "Do you know what my mother said to me tonight?" he asked softly. Mia shook her head. He leaned in, his lips near her ear, his voice low, dangerous, intoxicating. "She said you're the most dangerous person in this house." Mia's breath stopped. "And she's right." He pulled back slightly, his eyes searching hers. "You see too much," he continued. "You hear too much. You know things you're not supposed to know." Mia's voice trembled. I haven't told anyone anything." "I know." His hand came up, gently tucking a loose strand of hair behind her ear. The touch was so soft, so unexpected, that Mia forgot how to breathe. "My mother thinks I should fire you," he said. "Or worse." "Then why haven't you?"
Mia whispered.
Alexander's gaze darkened. "Because I'm the one who's dangerous." Mia should have been terrified. She should have run. But she couldn't move. Alexander stepped back, his expression unreadable once again. "You're safe."
"For now."
"But you can't run from Clara again. She reports everything to my mother." "What does your mother want from me?" "She wants you gone," Alexander said bluntly. "She thinks you're a distraction." "To who?" His silence was answer enough.
Mia's chest tightened.
"I'm just a maid." "You're not just anything." His voice was sharp now, almost frustrated. "And that's the problem." Before Mia could respond, the door burst open. Victoria Harrington stood there, her icy gaze sweeping the room. Her eyes landed on Mia. "What is she doing in your room?" Victoria's voice was venomous. Alexander didn't flinch. "She got lost." "Lost? In the private wing? In your bedroom?" "She's leaving now." Victoria's lips curled into a cruel smile.
"No."
"She's fired. Effective immediately." Mia's heart sank. "You don't have the authority to fire her," Alexander said coldly. Victoria's eyes narrowed. "Excuse me? The staff answers to me, not you." The tension in the room was suffocating. Victoria took a slow step forward. Be very careful, Alexander. This girl is nobody. Don't make the mistake of thinking she matters. Alexander's gaze didn't waver. Get out. Victoria's smile faded. For a moment, she looked genuinely shocked. Then she turned and left, her heels clicking sharply against the floor. The door slammed shut.
Mia exhaled shakily.
You shouldn't have done that. Why? Because now she'll make my life hell. Alexander turned to face her fully. Then don't stay here.
Mia blinked.
What? He pulled a business card from his jacket pocket and held it out. Come work for me. Directly. What does that even mean? It means you answer to me. No one else. Mia stared at the card. Why would you do this? Alexander's expression softened. Just for a second. Because the moment you hid in that closet, you stopped being invisible to me. Mia took the card. She didn't know what it meant. She didn't know what Alexander wanted from her. But she knew one thing. Her life had just changed forever. Over the next 2 weeks, Mia's role shifted. She no longer cleaned. She no longer served champagne to strangers. She became Alexander's personal assistant. She organized his schedule. She sat in on meetings. She learned the inner workings of the Harrington empire, deals worth billions, secrets buried in contracts, enemies disguised as allies. And she learned something else. Alexander was being betrayed. She found the evidence by accident. Emails hidden in encrypted folders, payments to offshore accounts, meetings scheduled without his knowledge. Someone in the Harrington family was selling company secrets. And Mia was certain she knew who.
Victoria.
One night, Alexander called her into his office. It was late. The estate was quiet. I need you to do something for me, he said. Anything. He looked at her carefully. I need you to spy on my mother.
Mia's stomach twisted. What?
Someone is leaking information to our competitors. I think it's her, but I need proof. Why me? Because she'll never suspect you.
Mia hesitated.
And if she catches me? Alexander's gaze was intense. She won't. How do you know? Because I won't let her. Mia agreed. She spent the next 3 days carefully watching Victoria, listening at doors, checking files, tracking phone calls. And then she found it. A folder labeled Blackstone Acquisition. Inside, contracts, emails, wire transfers. Victoria had sold confidential information to Harrington's biggest rival. Mia's hands shook as she photographed the documents with her phone. She heard footsteps. Her heart stopped. The door opened. Victoria stood there, her cold smile spreading slowly. Well, well, the little maid who thinks she's a detective. Mia tried to run, but Victoria grabbed her wrist hard. Did you really think I didn't know what you were doing?
Victoria hissed.
Did you think I didn't see the way my son looks at you? I don't know what you're talking about. Liar. Victoria's grip tightened. You're trying to destroy me, but you've made a fatal mistake. What mistake? Victoria leaned in close. You trusted him. Mia's blood ran cold. What are you talking about?
Victoria smiled.
Alexander didn't send you to spy on me, darling. He sent you to frame me. Mia's breath caught. Those documents you found? He planted them. The emails?
Fake.
He's using you to take me down so he can seize full control of the company.
No.
And once you've served your purpose, he'll throw you away just like everyone else. Mia's world tilted. Victoria released her wrist. But I'll give you a choice. Help me destroy him first, or die trying to save him. The door opened. Alexander stood there, his expression unreadable. Step away from her, mother.
Victoria laughed.
Too late, darling. She knows the truth now. Alexander's gaze shifted to Mia, and for the first time since she met him, she saw something in his eyes she'd never seen before.
Fear.
Mia stood frozen between them, Victoria with her cruel smile, Alexander with his unreadable mask. Her heart was breaking in real time. Tell her, Alexander. Victoria purred. Tell her the truth. Alexander's jaw tightened. His eyes never left Mia's face. Mother, leave.
Now.
Answer the question first, Victoria pressed. Did you plant those documents or not? The silence stretched like a blade across Mia's throat. Yes. The word fell like a guillotine. Mia stumbled backward, her hand flying to her chest.
No.
But not for the reason she told you, Alexander continued, stepping forward. Victoria's smile faltered. I planted evidence because the real documents disappeared 3 weeks ago, Alexander said coldly. Someone warned her. Someone in this house is helping her. Mia's head spun. Then why didn't you just tell me? Because I didn't know if I could trust you. The words hit harder than a slap. Mia's voice broke. You made me risk everything, my job, my safety, my life, because you didn't trust me? I had to know whose side you were on. I'm on no one's side, Mia shouted, tears streaming down her face. I'm just trying to survive in a world that treats me like I'm nothing. Victoria laughed, a cold, hollow sound. How touching. The maid has feelings. Shut up, Alexander snapped. Or what? Victoria stepped closer to him, her voice dropping to a venomous whisper. You'll choose her over your own family? Over your legacy? Over everything your father built? Alexander's hands clenched into fists. She's nothing, Alexander. A poor girl with no name, no power, no future. And you. Victoria's voice dripped with disgust. You're willing to burn everything down for her? If you've ever felt invisible, if you've ever been told you're not good enough, if you've ever loved someone who didn't see your worth, keep watching. Because what happens next will break you, and then heal you in ways you didn't know you needed. Don't you dare skip ahead. Alexander's voice was quiet. Dangerously quiet. You want to know what I'm willing to burn down, Mother? Victoria's smile froze. I'm willing to burn down every lie you've built, every secret you've buried, every person you've destroyed. He pulled a folder from his desk drawer and threw it onto the table between them. I know about the offshore accounts. I know about the insider trading. I know you've been siphoning money from the company for 5 years. Victoria's face went white. And I know, Alexander continued, his voice like steel, that you kill my father. The room fell into crushing silence. Mia's knees nearly gave out. Victoria's hands trembled. That's a lie. The car accident wasn't an accident. Alexander's voice cracked, just barely. You had the brakes tampered with because he found out what you were doing. He was going to expose you. You have no proof. Alexander's gaze was ice. I have his journal. I have the mechanic's confession. And I have the recording of you ordering it done.
Victoria staggered backward.
Mia watched in horror as the powerful, untouchable matriarch crumbled before her eyes. So here's what's going to happen, Alexander said. You're going to sign over your shares. You're going to disappear. And if you ever come near Mia again, his voice dropped to a lethal whisper. I'll make sure the world knows exactly what kind of monster you are. Victoria's eyes filled with rage and desperation. She looked at Mia with pure hatred. This is your fault, she hissed. You poisoned him against me.
No, Alexander interrupted.
You did that yourself. Victoria grabbed her purse, her hands shaking violently. You'll regret this. Both of you. She stormed out, slamming the door so hard the walls shook. And then there was silence. Mia sank into a chair, her entire body trembling. Your father. Don't. Alexander turned away, his shoulders rigid. Just don't. Mia's heart ached. She stood slowly, moving toward him. Alexander. I used you. His voice was hollow. I put you in danger because I was too much of a coward to confront her myself. You were right to hate me. Mia stopped just behind him. I don't hate you. He turned, and for the first time, she saw tears in his eyes. You should. Mia stepped closer, her voice soft but firm.
You didn't use me.
You gave me a choice, and I chose to help you. Why? His voice broke. Why would you risk everything for someone like me? Mia's heart pounded. She knew the answer. She'd known it for weeks. Because somewhere between that closet and tonight, I stopped seeing you as my boss. Alexander's breath caught. I started seeing you as the only person who ever made me feel like I mattered. The space between them evaporated. Alexander's hand came up, cupping her face gently, his thumb brushing away a tear she didn't know had fallen. You matter more than anything, he whispered. And then he kissed her. Not softly, not carefully, but like a man who had been drowning and finally found air. The kiss broke something open inside both of them. When they finally pulled apart, Alexander rested his forehead against hers, breathing hard. I can't promise you an easy life, he said quietly. My world is full of people like her, people who will try to destroy you just because you're with me. I know, and I can't promise I won't make mistakes. I know. Then why? Mia smiled through her tears. Because I've spent my whole life being invisible. And you saw me. Alexander's arms tightened around her. I'll protect you. I swear. The door burst open. Clara stood there, her face pale with panic. Mr. Harrington, it's your mother. She's… What? She's holding a press conference.
Right now.
She's telling the media you've had a mental breakdown. That you're being manipulated by… Clara's eyes flickered to Mia. By a woman. Alexander's expression hardened. Turn on the TV. Clara grabbed the remote. The screen flashed to life. Victoria stood at a podium, cameras flashing, her face a mask of concerned grief. My son is not well, Victoria said, her voice trembling perfectly. He's become obsessed with a young woman, a member of our staff, who has manipulated him into believing terrible lies about his own family. Mia's blood ran cold. I'm filing for a psychiatric evaluation, Victoria continued, for his own safety. And I'm asking the board to remove him from his position until he receives the help he needs. The screen cut to a reporter. Mrs. Harrington, are you saying your son is having an affair with a maid? Victoria's eyes glistened with fake tears. I'm saying my son is being taken advantage of by someone who saw an opportunity and seized it. Mia felt sick. Alexander grabbed his phone, dialing rapidly. Get the legal team.
Now.
And get me every journalist in the city. He turned to Mia, his gaze fierce. We're ending this. Tonight. Within an hour, Alexander had assembled the most powerful legal team in the country. Within 2 hours, every major news outlet had received a package. The contents: Victoria's offshore bank statements. The mechanic's signed confession about the car accident. Audio recordings of Victoria admitting to corporate fraud. And the journal of Alexander's father, documenting everything. By midnight, the narrative had flipped. Headlines screamed, Billionaire matriarch exposed. Murder, fraud, betrayal. Victoria Harrington accused of killing husband. Empire built on lies. The fall of a dynasty. Mia watched from Alexander's office as the world exploded around them. She's going to come after me, Mia whispered. She'll never forgive this. Let her try. Alexander's voice was calm, cold, final. I have security on you 24/7. She won't get within 100 feet. What about the board? Will they remove you? Alexander's lips curved into a ghost of a smile. The board answers to whoever holds the most shares. As of tonight, that's me. How? My father left everything to me in a trust that activated when I turned 30. I've owned this company for 2 years. My mother just didn't know it. Mia stared at him. You've been planning this the whole time.
No.
His gaze softened. I was planning to let her live her life quietly. But then she threatened you. The weight of those words settled over Mia like a blanket. What happens now? She asked quietly. Alexander moved toward her, his presence overwhelming and comforting all at once. Now, you decide what you want. What I want. He took her hands in his. You can walk away. I'll give you enough money to never worry again. You'll be free. Mia's heart clenched. Or you stay. With me. And we build something real. Your world will never accept me, Mia whispered.
I'm nobody.
You're not nobody. Alexander's voice was fierce now. You're the woman who saw through every lie, who stood beside me when you had every reason to run, who reminded me what it means to be human. His hand came up, gently tilting her chin so she had to meet his eyes. You're the woman I'm in love with.
Right now, some of you might be crying.
Some of you are remembering the person who made you feel small. Some of you are thinking about the love you walked away from because you thought you didn't deserve it. Listen to me. You do deserve it. You deserve someone who sees you,
Who fights for you?
who burns the world down just to keep you safe. Don't stop watching. Because Mia's about to make a choice that will change everything, and you need to see it. Mia's breath caught. You love me? Desperately, Alexander said simply. Completely. Terrifyingly. Tears spilled down her cheeks.
I'm scared.
Of what? Of losing you. Of this being a dream. Of waking up back in that closet, hiding from a world that doesn't want me. Alexander pulled her into his arms, holding her so tightly she could barely breathe. You're not in that closet anymore, he whispered against her hair. You're here. With me. And I will never let you be invisible again. Mia pulled back just enough to look at him, her heart full and breaking and healing all at once. I love you too, she whispered.
I'm terrified.
But I love you. Alexander kissed her, softly this time, reverently, like she was made of starlight. When they broke apart, he reached into his desk drawer and pulled out a small velvet box. Mia's eyes widened. Alexander. I bought this the day after the party, he said quietly. The day I found you in my closet. I knew then. He opened the box. Inside was a ring, simple, elegant, beautiful. A single diamond that caught the light like a promise. I'm not asking you to marry me tonight, Alexander said. But I'm asking you to believe me when I say, you're my future. If you'll have me. Mia stared at the ring, tears blurring her vision. Then she laughed, a broken, joyful, disbelieving sound. You're insane. Probably. Your family will hate me. They already do. The media will destroy me. Let them try. Mia wiped her tears, her smile growing. Then yes. Yes to the future. Yes to the chaos. Yes to you. Alexander slid the ring onto her finger, and for the first time in months, he smiled, a real, unguarded, devastatingly beautiful smile. Thank you, he whispered. For what? For hiding in my closet. Mia laughed through her tears. Best worst decision I ever made. The Harrington estate looked different now. The cold marble floors were covered with warm rugs. The harsh chandeliers were replaced with softer lights. Laughter echoed through halls that had once been silent. Mia walked through the garden, her hand resting gently on her small baby bump. Behind her, Alexander approached, wrapping his arms around her waist, resting his chin on her shoulder. Tired, he murmured. Exhausted, she admitted with a smile. Your baby is already demanding. Takes after me. God help us. He laughed, something he did often now. Any regrets? He asked quietly. Mia turned in his arms, her hands coming up to cup his face.
None.
Not a single one. Even when my mother tried to sue us? Especially then. Watching you destroy her in court was deeply satisfying. Alexander grinned. She's in prison now. 7 years for fraud. They're still investigating the murder charge. Good. They stood in comfortable silence, the garden blooming around them. You know, Mia said softly, sometimes I still can't believe this is real. that I went from hiding in a closet to this. Alexander's gaze was tender. You were never hiding, Mia. You were just waiting. For what? For someone to finally see you. Mia's eyes filled with tears, happy ones this time. I see you too, she whispered. The real you. Not the cold billionaire. Not the untouchable heir. Just Alexander. He kissed her forehead, her nose, her lips. That's all I ever wanted to be. In the distance, Clara approached with a clipboard, calling out about appointments and meetings. Alexander groaned. Duty calls.
Mia smiled. Go.
I'll be here. Always. Always. He kissed her once more, then reluctantly pulled away. As he walked back toward the house, he turned one last time.
Hey, Mia.
Yeah. Thank you for being brave enough to hide in my closet. She laughed, her voice carrying across the garden like music. Thank you for being brave enough to find me. If this story broke you, if it healed you, if it reminded you that you deserve to be seen, to be loved, to be chosen, then do me a favor. Share this video. Share it with the person who needs to hear this today. Share it with the friend who thinks they're not enough. Share it with the girl who's still hiding in the closet, waiting for someone to find her. Because here's the truth. You are not invisible. You are not too much or not enough. You are worthy of a love that fights for you. And if no one has told you that today, I'm telling you now. You matter. Your story matters. Don't you dare give up. 2 hearts like this video if you cried. Speech balloon comment. I deserve to be seen if this story hit you. Bell subscribe for more stories that speaks to you. This is more than entertainment. This is a reminder. You are seen. You are loved. You are enough. Now go out there and live like you believe it.